Good day YouTube, my name is Dan and welcome to another episode of Cryptolite. Today I will be introducing you one of my favorite coins for this year, SophiaTx. If you've seen our video, Top Small Altcoins for 2018, you would have noticed that SophiaTx is one of our top 5 small altcoins for 2018. It is also a coin that many of you have requested us to do a review on, so today we will be reviewing Sophia and showing you why so many people, including ourselves, are bullish on this coin. SophiaTx, or Sophia for short, describes itself as the blockchain for business, and that's really what it is. The blockchain industry has always had its own tech and own language. Secular businesses who then want to use blockchain for the advantages of blockchain have to convert their existing software into blockchain middleware software. This is costly and risky because it causes a major disruption into their business system and has been a major deterrent for mass adoption of blockchain into the business world. Sophia is a blockchain project that is built to integrate with the circular world, main operation software such as enterprise resourcing planning software, or ERP for short, such as SAP. To give you an idea of how big the impact of Sophia will be on the business world, SAP customers include 87% of the Forbes Global 2000 companies, 98% of the 100 most valued brands, 100% of Dow Jones top scoring sustainability companies, 80% of its customers are SMEs. SAP customers produce 78% of the world's food, 82% of the world's medical devices, 76% of the world's transaction revenue, etc. So SAP alone is the main backbone of operations in today's world's transactions. Sophia's blockchain aims to not only integrate SAP, but eventually all ERPs to cater for all businesses of all sizes. Where blockchain projects demand that businesses come to them by making huge changes to the company's software structure, Sophia brings the blockchain to companies by integrating itself or integrating the blockchain into their existing software, offering all the advantages of the blockchain with minimal changes to their structure. This is what we call a game changer. This is an overview of Sophia's technical architecture. As you can see, it's very complicated. Because this video is targeted at the lay investors level, we won't cover every aspect in detail, but we will discuss some of the key features in their tech. The user services over here on the right is an optional certified backup that will be available to customers who wish to store their copy of their sensitive user data offline. Okay, some of the examples of the data that can be stored includes the user access details, their private keys, the app license information, and a list of secret keys. The marketplace over here on the top left is the main interface as well as the main point of interest for token investors such as us. The marketplace is a web-based solution and has an entry point for both customers and solution developments. And so it contains two primary areas. There is an app store for users and a dev store for developers. Customers will be able to view and purchase applications developed on the Sophia blockchain, while developers are given the option to download the API and submit their own applications for testing prior to release on the App Store. The App Store, which is part of the marketplace, is going to provide a catalog of applications which have been developed and certified by various solution integrators and developers. Customers can choose which ones to download and install an app into their actual existing ERP system, which will be synchronized with Sophia blockchain and utilize the blockchain functionality. In other words, Sophia will be installed onto their existing ERP as an API. So it doesn't change the primary program that they are using as a user end. The Dev Store, okay, integrates the testing environment and allows the developers to test their application within a private test chain. Okay, all applications will undergo rigorous testing before being placed on the App Store for sale. The license key is only provided to the developer once the testing has been certified as successfully completed. The Dev Store will also provide developers with the tools necessary to integrate with the SophiaTx blockchain, and the SophiaTx blockchain will provide a Java and .NET based interface for development integration. Dev Store apps that have been certified and completed are then stored in the application library, which is where App Store users get to choose the apps from. The last bit of their tech to share with you is their consensus algorithm, and Sophia uses dedicated proof of stake or DPoS as their consensus algorithm. The main attribute of DPoS is that stakeholders have the right to elect miners in a democratic manner. Every stakeholder is able to vote and express their opinion about who should be responsible for block generation. Candidates with the highest number of votes are elected and have the right to generate new blocks, and the number of active miners is limited, but anyone can apply to be a miner. Elected miners are paid for their willingness and service in verifying transactions, but irresponsible and untrustworthy miners can be voted off and replaced with new miners. Now, the interesting thing with Sophia is in their DPoS structure, chain parameters, for example, the block interval and size and the maximum number of miners, transaction fees, etc., is not fixed, which means miners may propose changes to the parameters, and if approved by the majority of miners through a voting process, these changes are accepted. The contract stores necessary data for both the vendor and customers, and this will be stored on the actual blockchain. Sensitive and confidential data will be securely encrypted by a shared secret so that only the vendor and the consumer can decrypt it. Unencrypted data will be publicly available. And this is a very important aspect of Sophia because more generic blockchain projects are purely open. It means that you don't really have the privacy option easily available. But when you're dealing with big companies and sensitive information, example, their clients' details, you need to have the option to provide sensitive documents privacy. So that's a very brief overview of Sophia's tech. Again, the background tech is very complicated, but the actual user experience is very clean and simple. The user doesn't have to know all of this. Think of it like going to the iTunes store and downloading an app from that. It's basically that simple for the user who goes on their ERP program and downloads the Sophia app. Moving on to the team, this is Sophia's team, but before we look at them individually, I wanted to mention that Sophia is actually a joint venture between two companies. The first company is Decent, who is a blockchain content distribution company, and the second company is Veneco, who is a SAP specialist consulting firm. The result of their combined venture is the creation of a company called Equidato Technologies. And SophiaTx then is the product of Equidato. In fact, right now, SophiaTx is the only product of Equidato Technologies. But nonetheless, Equidato has been making big ripples in the business world and has already started making big partners, including Ernst & Young's in about a month ago, in the month of March. Looking at the individual on the team, it's a very impressive team, and I won't go through all of them, but I will go through a few of the top guns with you. Their CEO is a person by the name of Jaroslav Kasina. He has over 22 years of proven record in delivering of complex technology transformation initiatives. Okay, besides being the CEO of Equidato, he's also a managing partner as SAP innovation firm Veneco. He was also a previous senior vice president at McKinsey & Co. in London, and he was also the vice president for SAP Business Transformation Program at Alstom, which is now GE, and that alone implemented single ERP system across more than 200 units in more than 35 countries. In 2008, he was working through Alstom in Switzerland as a global director of IT. And between 1998 to 2008, for over 10 years, he was working at Ernst & Young and Deloitte on many large-scale technology and innovation programs. The second person on their team is their CTO, Martin Haller. Martin founded AutoCloud, a Swiss-based solution providing SAP Business One Cloud on the HANA. And from 2010, he worked for Alstom in Switzerland as technical architect and manager for the implementation of SAP Business One, which is a very big SAP business project. Okay, and he previously also worked for Airwave UK on Britain's government projects for the police, ambulance, and fire service. The next person on their team's resume is Kok Wayne Chun, who is their platform development lead. He has more than 15 years of experience in international SAP and technology innovation projects for various industries. He's previously worked for General Electric, Alstom, ABeam, and many others. He's also the global manager for SAP support and overall manager for APAC activities at Alstom, including countries and overseeing countries like Malaysia, Singapore, China, Australia, Japan, Vietnam, Taiwan, and more. He's also the managing director of the Veneco Group APAC region, which is based in KL at the moment. And you can go through the rest of the team members' resume in your own time. If you just click on them, they do give you a little spiel of their resume. And if you scroll down as well, you will see that there's a lot of advisors on their team. Some of the advisors don't have a picture, but nonetheless, if again, if you click on the advisors, they give you a little bit of spiel on each advisor, and it's an impressive list of advisor with high-ranking people from 3T, GE, Vodafone, and more. So all in all, this is a team that inspires confidence. They give us the sense that they are very mature and very experienced in the field, and that they are going to be able to take this project off the ground. Another thing that inspires confidence for me in this team is their roadmap. Currently, they are less than 6 months since they launched, but they are not only on track with their roadmap, they're actually 2 months ahead of their roadmap. That's very, very impressive. The second and third quarter of this year is going to be very exciting, and I think probably the most exciting months for this project. Okay, this will include events like the wallet and token release, the marketplace, the development platform, the file storage, as well as mainnet release in July, which is the very start of third quarter. Okay, initially their original roadmap said that the mainnet will be released either sometime in the third quarter or even the fourth quarter. So we're looking towards the end of the third quarter, but now it seems like it's been pushed forward to July 18, which is very exciting. Other events that for the rest of the year that we can look forward to includes Internet of Things integration, as well as Sophia mobile app. Okay, the Internet of Things integration is very fast in the fourth quarter, because a lot of other similar platform projects, when we look at their Internet of Things integration, is really only happening at the start or the middle of 2019. So even though this project is young and it started a bit later than other protocols, it looks like it's going to really take off a lot quicker or develop much quicker than other platforms. So I'm just thinking for myself as an investor, if I want to invest in this project, I think now at the start of the second quarter might be the best time to jump in, because there's so many exciting events going to happen in the second quarter and the third quarter, and I just foresee this project picking up a lot of attention and momentum from here on. So if I want to invest in a project that's flying under the radar, I think now is probably one of the last few weeks we will see it still flying under the radar. Another very attractive feature about SophiaTx for me personally is that they are very intentional in making sure that there is token use for their tokens, because again, as we've covered before, token use is what determines the value of a token or cryptocurrency. The more is being used, the more the value will go up, and the less is being used, or if it's not used at all, then the value will drop. Okay, SophiaTx token will have multiple users on the blockchain within the marketplace, as well as a utility token for the dApps. Firstly is the transaction fee and the reward for the miners. Secondly is subscription to access rights to the blockchain itself, so to even start using the blockchain. Next is reward allocation for buying and selling assets in the marketplace. The third is reward for developers when an end customer installs and uses a SophiaTx application. The third is transaction and data storage fee. So then it will be an ongoing fee. Even if someone is already paid the user fee to use it, they have to pay ongoing transactions and storage fees. And the third is licensing for private blockchain. To give you an idea of what kind of a token use and the kind of money that we're looking at, Hyperledger, which is similar kind of a platform which was launched about 2 years or 3 years ago, towards the end of 2015. They have over 180 companies that have signed up with them, but some of the major companies are starting to withdraw their funding or their membership with Hyperledger. Hyperledger at its peak had, I think, 180 clients, and they had this thing called a premium membership, which many people signed up. I think was about 20% of their membership. And in that premium membership, to be a member for 1 year, people were paying $250,000, so $250,000 just to use their product. But Hyperledger premium membership would basically provide guidance and advisors to help with the IT as well as the development of the blockchain product. Okay, but where Sophia blockchain actually goes one step further is that Sophia actually takes responsibility for developing the whole thing and delivering you the end product. So where Hyperledger was only helping people to try and get into the blockchain, Sophia is saying that we will come in and we will do everything. Okay, so there is no other project that kind of competes with Sophia in what it's trying to do at the moment. And if they have the kind of market penetration that they are aiming for, getting into the SEP or the ERP kind of applications is really going to be a game changer. Basically, it's going to make itself the most attractive blockchain app for any business out there in the whole world, whether it's big or small business. Okay, coming to price prediction. Sophia is currently sitting at 19.8 cents. The ICO price initially was 30 cents, and when it hit the markets back in December, I think it was starting at 47 cents, and it went to a high of $1.54 in January. So back in March, when we did our reviews and listed it as one of our top 5 coins, it was sitting at 57 cents, and even then at 57 cents, we thought it was a great buy. Since then, not because of the project's fault, in fact, since then the project has made massive partnerships like Ernst & Young's, but nonetheless, because of the general market condition, the price has fallen to 1/3 of what it was 1 month ago. So it's sitting now at 19 cents, which is, in my opinion, is an absolute steal. Furthermore, if you look at its trading volume, it's only sitting at $107,000 in the past 24 hours. This is only 1/10 of a million, which is tiny for a blockchain project. Basically, what this means is that this project, Sophia, is really flying under the moment. Okay, it's super under the radar. The market cap for Sophia is currently only 38 million, and I think in a good market, this project can easily be a billion-dollar project. I easily see it as one of the top 20 because of the scope of what it's trying to achieve, as well as the fact that there is really no one else who can compete with it in terms of what it's trying to do at the moment. Sophia right now isn't on any major exchanges, so that's another bonus, and we can hope for a price spike hopefully when it gets listed on a big exchange like Binance. But for now, some of the more notable exchanges that it is on includes KuCoin, Cryptos, and Robinhood. So I'm just thinking out loud to myself that over the next few days I am going to buy a bit more Sophia. I already have some Sophia, but I'm going to take up a bigger position in Sophia just because I think the price right now is on such a big discount. But as always, this is not professional advice. This is just me sharing my personal thoughts and opinions on my own crypto journey with you guys. Please always do your own research and make your own decision. That's all for our review of SophiaTx, guys. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you like it, please give us a like and subscribe. And if you want to know more of our other small altcoins or which altcoins we are bullish on, do check out our video, Top Small Altcoins of 2018. I'm sorry if my voice is a bit scratchy, guys. I'm coming down with a bit of tonsillitis, so I'm not sure whether I'll be up to it to do a video tomorrow, but I do have a couple of projects that I do want to share with you guys over the next couple of days. So I will try and get a video out tomorrow, but apologies in advance if my voice is a bit scratchy and hoarse today and tomorrow. Have an awesome weekend, guys, and we will catch you hopefully tomorrow.